Operation Cottage was a tactical maneuver which completed the Aleutian Islands campaign. On August 15, 1943, Allied military forces landed on Kiska Island, which had been occupied by Japanese forces since June 1942. The Japanese, however, had secretly abandoned the island 2 weeks prior, and so the Allied landings were unopposed. Despite this, after over 2 days in thick fog and in a confused state of affairs, US and Canadian forces mistook each other for the enemy. The brief firefight left 32 dead, with a further 50 wounded on either side and 130 trench foot wounds. Allied forces suffered over 300 casualties in total during the operation, due to stray Japanese mines, friendly fire incidents, and the difficult terrain. Background: the Japanese under Captain Takagi Ono had landed on Kiska at approximately 1 o'clock on June 7, 1942, with a force of about 500 Japanese Marines. Soon after arrival, they stormed an American weather station. Here they killed 2 and captured 8 United States Navy officers. The remaining 8 were sent to Japan as prisoners of war. Another 2,000 Japanese troops arrived, landing in Kiska Harbor. At this time, Monzo Akiyama, a rear admiral, headed the force on Kiska. In December 1942, additional anti-aircraft units, engineers, and a negligible number of reinforcement infantry arrived on the island. In the spring of 1943, control was transferred to Kiyashiro Higuchi. Invasion plan and execution. A consolidated B-24 Liberator aircraft sighted Japanese ships in Kiska. No further identification was visible. To United States naval planners, none was necessary, and the orders to invade Kiska soon followed. Due to the heavy casualties suffered at Tatu Island, planners were expecting another costly operation. The Japanese tactical planners had, however, realized the isolated island was no longer defensible and planned for an evacuation. Although small, there were signs of Japanese retreat. Anti-aircraft guns, once active during the bombardment of Kiska, were silent when Allied planes flew over in the days leading up to the invasion. On August 15, 1943, the 7th Division and the 13th Infantry Brigade landed on opposite shores of Kiska. Both U.S. and Canadian forces mistook each other as the Japanese, and, as a result of friendly fire, 28 Americans and 4 Canadians were killed, with wounded on either side. A stray Japanese mine caused the US submarine to lose a large chunk of its stern. The blast killed 71 and wounded 47. 191 troops went missing during the 2-day stay on the island and presumably also died from friendly fire, booby traps, or environmental causes. 4 other troops had also been killed by land mines or other traps.